It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Seahawks and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Seattle Seahawks. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Here's Richie James on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Carr now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On 1st down, Wilson buying time to his left. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Carson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They run for it with Carson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I told you, baby. I told you.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start driving. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
56 to Mike.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
Still second down.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
637. Heavy.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He lets it fly for Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's James. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raiders now set to get the football back. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Play action. Now it's Carr. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be a 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Silver. Mike, 54. 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Carr to throw again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Carr again. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Chase Edmonds, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Another game of interest in the AFC East has us checking in on the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. They'll try the left side. Carson, and a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Flush to his right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Mike 56.
Here's Carr to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Carr. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 24-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Hey, 734.
Here's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Past the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So Carr and the Raiders now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:11 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing his Carr. Finding Tate. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Here we go. White. Check. Watch 54.
Now Carr gets this to Waller. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr. This is caught by Tate. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mike 56.
Carr to throw. Another catch for Tate. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Carr going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
7:34. We're due. 7:34.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.